Hi crafters, this is Cassie, aka the Crafting Chef, bringing you a tutorial on behalf of Sub This and That. For today's tutorial, I'm going to sublimate this graduation stole. You want to make sure that you take this over to your heat press and pre-press it for, I actually did 20 seconds because this comes folded. The line marks and the folds were extremely and they're pretty sharp, so I actually pre-pressed this for 20 seconds at 400 degrees, and then I let it sit, and I followed up with a lint roll. So for my design, you're going to see that I have it printed spread out across 2 sheets of 13 by 19 inch paper. So what I'm going to do is cut the pieces and tape them together to make one long piece. So let's go to work. So I want to show you guys what I'm doing, and the reason why this is important on this particular stove is because one side of the stove is going to be blue and the other side is going to be white. So I have to mitigate having my blue, the excess here, get on the other side of the stove. So I folded it back where the 2 points meet, and then I'm going to trim off some of that blue. I'm going to do one side at a time. I'm going to take this over to my heat press, and I'm going to press it at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. Now, most of us who are just starting out with sublimation may have a 15 by 15 inch printer, and of course this stove that I'm currently using is a 72 inch stove. So I am using my 16 by 24 inch heat press, which is also not large enough to do this in one pass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this with 2 passes. I'll do as much as I can press at one time, and then I'll do the other half at one time. I will simply do this by picking it up, moving it to a different place on my blowout paper, because all of this ink that you see on the sides will show up on the blowout paper. So you need to considerably move this, or just change your blowout paper altogether after you do the first pass. I'm also going to use a press pillow to help give me even pressure. So as soon as I get this over to my heat press, I'll turn the camera around and you guys can see. So here is my press pillow and my blowout paper. And then I am going to grab the stove. And I am going to press from the bottom to the top. I'm going to start inward, and I'm starting inside to allow me to move the second press over to this part of the blowout paper. So I just want to make sure. And I want this in the center. So now for the second press, I'm going to slide my pillow in some. And be careful, it is absolutely hot. And then you can see all the ink from the first pass on the blowout paper. So you want to make sure not to press in that same spot. So I've removed it from the heat press. I let it sit for a second because, well, it was just hot. And let's see. How gorgeous is this blue? And I am still a little over at the very, very top, but it's very minor, and it's actually at the bottom. The bottom was fine, but I'm a little over on the top. How gorgeous is this? And then I am going to repeat the process on the other side. I'm not using the long pieces of tape this time because I don't have a full bleed, and so I think I will be fine. I always want to make sure I tape wherever I joint the seams. So you notice me do that on this side, and I'm doing it here. Fits perfectly. I think it's fine. Go ahead and tape it down. So for this one, I am going to reinforce where the screw, I called it a crest, but it's the screw seal. I want to reinforce that area. Now I'm going to double check whether or not I can use this text or if I need to reprint it. Now we'll press it and I'll come back and show the finished product.